Hi dear children, welcome to our class. Today I am going to tell about viruses, and you know how much important is that to know about virus now. All are suffering from coronavirus, right? So today I am telling about virus. General things which you should all know, certain basic things. Okay, let us start. Before that, let me introduce myself. I am Mithul, biology mentor. First of all, let me tell the discovery of virus. Virus was discovered by the scientist D.J. Ivanovsky in the year 1892. He discovered this organism from tobacco plant extract, which was suffering from a disease called tobacco mosaic disease. So that was the first discovery made. Obviously, the first discovered virus was TMV, that is tobacco mosaic virus. Clear? This is the Russian botanist D.J. Ivanovsky. After that, do you know children who coined the term virus? Yes, it was M. Bechering in the year 1898. The organism which was discovered from the infectious extract of tobacco plant was called as virus by Bechering. Clear? And another important thing is that he called this virus as contagium vivum fluidum. It means it is a poisonous fluid. Very important. This is a picture of embellishing. Please note children, will be helpful for you. Next, let us tell about the origin of virus. Actually, there is no clear-cut evidences about this origin of virus. Many theories, many hypotheses have put forward, but it's not having any proof. Few scientists have mentioned that this viruses are small particles of nucleic acid that might have been escaped from living organism. That is one finding. Okay, which means the virus may be originated from animal cell, some may be from plant cell, or even from the bacterial cell. That was one finding from the scientist. As in another theory, it has been mentioned that virus might be originated as mobile genetic elements such as transposons or plasmids. Children, whether you have heard about this mobile genetic elements, these are actually genetic materials which can move from one organism to another. And this mobile genetic elements or transposons, they play a very important role in evolution also. And you know, in human being, it is about 50% of our genome is of this transposons, and this may be the reason why we use this virus in gene therapy experiments. Okay children, that is all about the origin of virus. Next, the very important topic, we can go to the characteristic features of virus. Let us start. First characteristic feature is viruses are ultra microscopic. It's very small in structure, and they are acellular form. They are acellular form since they have no cellular organization. They are not having any membrane, ribosome, cell organelles, and even ATP. So what is there in this virus? How is the structure of virus? Virus structure is made up of nucleoprotein. It means nucleic acid plus protein coat. They contain a central nucleic acid which is wrapped up by a protein coat. The genetic material nucleic acid will be either DNA or RNA. Very important, not DNA and RNA, either DNA or RNA. The next characteristic feature is viruses are obligatory intracellular parasite. Do you know what is intracellular, intercellular? Intercellular means it is in between the cell. Intracellular, it is inside, always inside the cell. That is the difference between intercellular and intracellular. Now we want to know what is obligatory form. Children, you might have heard parasites are of two types, obligatory and facultative parasite. Whether you have heard that? Obligate parasites are those parasites which can live only inside a host. They depend completely on a host, or you can say it is completely inside the cell. Whereas the other form, that is a facultative parasites, are those parasites which can live inside the host as a parasite. At the same time, they can also live outside the organism. Here we say viruses are obligatory intracellular parasite because they are strictly parasitic form which can live only inside a cell. Next characteristic feature is that once they enter inside a cell, they multiply inside the cell using the complete metabolic machinery of the host. The next characteristic feature is viruses can be crystallized. Now, what is crystallization? Whether you have heard that term? Crystallization is a process by which a solid form, an atom or a molecule, they are converted into a crystal form, which will be an organized structure. Actually, we do this technique in order to study the structure of a substance by converting them into a crystal form. In the viruses also, the same thing we are doing. In viruses, actually this technique, that is the crystallization technique, is carried out in order to study the structure, that is the molecular structure of viruses. The components of virus is transformed into crystal form, and using this, the molecular structure of virus is studied by X-ray crystallography technique. I hope it is clear to you. Next, let us go to the next topic, structure of virus, or we can say structure of virion. The structure of virus is composed of three components, which include core, capsid, and envelope. We can study one by one. The first component is core. Core is a central portion of the virus, which is formed of the genetic material, that is the nucleic acid. The nucleic acid will be either DNA or RNA. Already I have mentioned that both DNA and RNA won't be there in virus body, just like human being or any other organism. This is the active part of virus. Why? Because this causes infectivity in other organism. It means this portion is transferred to another organism. This portion is transferred to another cell or to another organism. The viruses are also called as wandering genes. So that is about core. So children, once again in short, core is a central portion. It contains nucleic acid, either DNA or RNA. This is the active and infectivity part of virus. The next component in the structure of viruses is capsid. Capsid is the outer layer which is protective in function. They are made up of specific protein. The shape and arrangement of capsomeres differ in each viruses, so they determine the shape of viruses. That is another feature. Another feature of this capsid is the capsid actually determines the host specificity of the virus. That is also very important. So once again children, capsid is the outermost layer, protective in function, and they are made up of specific protein arranged in the form of capsomeres. The next component of virus structure is envelope, which is rarely seen only in few viruses like influenza virus, mumps virus, HIV virus, coronavirus, etc. And they are the outermost layer which will be seen in this viruses, which is made up of lipid and protein. So they are the lipoprotein layer, just like plasma membrane, which is formed from the membrane of the host. See children, I didn't mention it in this clip. Please note that, okay. This picture you can see bacteriophage virus with capsid and the nucleic acid, tobacco mosaic virus with also the same, but the HIV, they contain three layers. Please note this picture, okay children. And already I have told either DNA or RNA you can see in each viruses. That is also clear in this picture. Here bacteriophage virus, the genetic material is DNA, whereas in tobacco mosaic virus and human HIV virus, it is RNA as a genetic material. Okay children, I hope everything is clear what I have told today. The remaining portion I will upload in the next video. Okay, thank you children. Thank you for watching my video. If you do like, please subscribe my channel, and we will come with the next interesting topic. Till then, bye. Take care.